Hello nieces and niestas, how are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista, she is I, and I am her, and over here we do mainly things fragrances, whether it's body or home. And today, you guys, we are going to do a dedicated review to a fragrance from the house of Parfums de Marly. So if you're interested in hearing all about it, please. So the fragrance that I will be reviewing today, you guys, is Valaya from the house of Parfums de Marly. This is a 2023 release, you guys. I think it was released in my town, well, my location, got it in February. So of course I went in store to test it out. My SA gave me a decant. I played with it sometime, and I think I bought this fragrance in either April or May. But as you can see, I've had it for a while. I've been wearing it. Even husband has been wearing it. So let's just get right into this fragrance, you guys. This fragrance was designed for women. You know, Parfums de Marly, they have a female line and a male line. But I have a little something to say about the gender profile of this. So this is a musky, fruity, floral, you guys. The perfumer is Quentin Brisch. And he is a perfumer that has released the entire Delina series. And he has done some work for Carolina Herrera, Good Girl, and Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. So those are some familiar fragrances or other fragrances that this particular perfumer has created. So the top notes in the fragrance are bergamot, mandarin, white peach. The heart notes are orange flower, Nebrel, vetiver, and the base notes are akigali wood, ambroxfix, and musk. Now, the season or time of the year that I would recommend this fragrance to be worn is year-round. This was released leading into the spring, and I have heard some content creators say that it's a summer spring fragrance. In my opinion, when something is a musky fragrance, I do feel that this is a year-round fragrance. Now, the longevity of this fragrance, honestly, it's eternal, but let's just give it a measurable longevity. It's gonna last you 12 hours plus. The projection, when I mention projection, you guys, projection means that I can just idly sit and I can smell myself without having to make skin to nose or skin to cloth contact. It's the same, 12 plus hours. Now, I stopped really speaking about the sillage and the scent bubble of fragrances because I'm not around a lot of people a lot of times, but this fragrance, you guys, I definitely think that this has an expanded scent bubble. The sillage is probably about at least an 8, and it could go up to a 10. So this fragrance, it sillages very well. This fragrance is definitely a compliment getter. So let's just go back to the gender profile of this fragrance. My husband has been wearing this fragrance, you guys. So he doesn't differentiate between what's women or men based off the company or the house because he's not into the fragrance like me. I have just told him most of the fragrances that I have, they are unisex, and I do believe that although this is designed per se for her or women, I do think that the females can wear the males and the males can wear the females. So it works. But all right, now referencing, or let's go back to the gender profile of this fragrance. Yes, this is a female fragrance, but my husband wore this fragrance and he got loads of compliments. So this fragrance, it does wear well with men. And the akigali wood, I do believe that that synthetic note, akigali wood is like a mixture of patchouli, pepper, and agar wood. And agar wood is an expensive oud. It is one of those potent, pungent type of oud fragrances. So I think that that may be the fragrance note that makes it, you know, masculine enough for a gentleman to wear the fragrance. And I'm gonna step out there and say that I think that this fragrance can be worn safely on gentlemen in isolation. You don't have to put a mix on it. Now, when my husband wore it, he mixed it because he mixes everything. So Valaya is, I don't really get the fruity aspect from Valaya. This is a top tier musk. It's one of those type of musks, you guys. You know how a lot of musk fragrances, it's my easy fragrance. I don't really have to think about it. I just put it on. You can go work out in it. You can take a walk in it. You can go to work in it. You know, it's just one of those anytime type of fragrance notes. But honestly, Valaya is top tier. This is one of those fragrances that you would want to wear to a very special occasion. Now, as for me, I'm very unorthodox when it comes to things like that. If I want to go to the store and I want to feel like I'm going to a wedding or I'm going to an important ceremony of any, I will do that. But I do understand the code in which many of us understand and speak. So this is one of those must fragrances that you would definitely wear on a night out, to a very upscale white tablecloth dinner. You definitely could wear this to a wedding. You could wear it to church. You could wear it to work. All in all, you can wear this wherever you like to wear it. Because the day that my husband wore it, we went to the park for a walk and we stopped to get some beverages. And the lady that was working the concession area, she came out of the concession area and walked behind us and was like, "Ma'am, you smell so good." But I'm like, "It's not me, it's him." So she just assumed that it was me. But she said, oh, she was just maybe trying to be respectful. But actually it was my husband, and he got probably about 4 compliments on that day in that area just alone. So like I said, it's definitely one of those special occasion fragrances for me. I do think that Valaya is liked by many, but if there are some people that are like, they don't like it, I can understand why, because it is a very strong, pungent type of musk. That Akigali wood, I do think that that is the primary note in this fragrance. This is my first time even hearing of Akigali wood, and what made me realize that it's probably the Akigali wood is when I was watching another content, I forgot her name, but she did a review on Guidance by Amouage, Guidance by Amouage, and she made reference to that note. And I do have a sample of Guidance, and smelling the Guidance and smelling the Valaya, that is that very distinct note that I have never experienced. So it is safe to say that Valaya is a very unique fragrance in my fragrance collection. It's nothing like the Delinas or the Arianas. I've even sampled and smelled the Meliora. It's nothing like that. It is a fragrance of its own. Very beautiful fragrance. Now, I did mention to you that my husband mixed the fragrance, and this is what he mixed it with. He mixed it with his Creed Aventus for him, as well as this. And I have mixed it, and what I really enjoy and love to mix it with is the La Rosée. It wears so well with La Rosée, and it only takes a little of this. And what I do, I tend to use a bit more of this when I'm mixing, and just a few sprays of this, and it mixes so beautifully, you guys. And another fragrance that I have just recently got that I played around with and I mixed, and it smells so good together, it's the Spring Flowers by Creed. So this is a very versatile fragrance. It holds its on, and when you're mixing it, you guys, I would just recommend allow this to be like the undertone fragrance. Don't let this be the start of the show. This is like the accompanist. It's going to help other fragrances, because if you spray too much of this, it's going to definitely overshadow anything that you mix it with. So very beautiful fragrance. I am happy that I have it in my collection. I think she already has this little fan base going on. And what would you expect from the house of Parfums de Marly? Because they have an exceptional, beautiful fragrance line. So I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. Leave any comments below if you have experienced Valaya or any other of the Parfums de Marly fragrances. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And do not forget, you, yes you are great. Bye-bye.